Hello and welcome to 18 WJTS Inform. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining us is via Zoom is State Representative Shane Lindauer. State Representative Lindauer, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Good morning.
Well, we're always glad to hear from you. And there's a bill that you've been working on that is now on the Senate side. I think it's 1004. It's got a long name. I just know it's a grant program for small businesses. Can you talk about that, please?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. I was excited to have the opportunity at the beginning of session to help kind of shepherd this bill through the process. As you indicated, it does have a long name. It's the Hoosier Hospitality Small Business Grant Program. So I have to look and remind myself of the name sometimes as well. So I understand. But the purpose of the bill really is to help small businesses. It's tailored to small businesses. Provide them opportunities to access grants through the state. That you know, the old idea, I know it sounds cliche, right? But a hand up, not a handout type thing here, right? And so we as the government have kind of come in this year, and you know, there have been some justifications for that, but you know, restricted businesses and things like that, and it's hurt a lot of businesses. And so we're trying to provide some grant opportunities to help some of those small businesses get back on their feet. There's a set of criteria that the small business has to meet. It's got to have fewer than 100 employees, be able to demonstrate a greater than a $10 million, or did not have greater than $10 million in gross revenue in 2019. So there's a set of about 6 criteria that need to be met. Again, kind of tailored towards small businesses. That it's going to be administered by the Indiana Economic Development Corporation, and the program's built off of something that the governor's office had done summer in-house, and this bill really just provides a mechanism that program continues on. So
essentially, though, this is kind of like a one-time bill. It's not something that will be 10 years from now be available.
Correct. There's a that's right. Yeah, there's a sunset on it in 22. So, you know, hopefully to get folks, you know, some funding and get back up and running. Yeah, there's no plan at this point to continue this program indefinitely. Right.
Now, this is the word grant is in there. So is this money that gets paid back, or is this is not a loan? What's that?
Yeah, it is a grant. It does not need to be paid back. You can get up to it's up to $50,000 total that a business can access, but no more than $10,000 per month that a business can access. But it does not need to be paid back. It is grant money if you meet the set of criteria there. So.
And with this money, what if you got the PPP, or you're getting small business development loans? Does any of that have an effect?
Yeah, that's a great question, and that's something we've talked about kind of in-house there. So it's predicated off of your income, right? So what, you know, that's one of the set of criteria. So if you've accessed some of the PPP in the past, that will play into, you know, kind of that bottom line, right? So there is some interplay there, but I would just advise businesses, if they're interested in the program, you know, to get on the IEDC's website, and I'm happy to share my information. I can get people more information too, you know, going forward if people want more detailed information of how to access the program. But in any case, try it, right? You know, if you've accessed PPP or some of the other programs that have been out there, it's not a foregone get access to this program. So you know, but there is an interplay there. Yet, to your point, that's a great question.
But this has not been passed yet, correct? It came out of the House. It's in the Senate. How's it looking in the Senate?
Yeah, so they made a little change to it in the Senate. It was on second reading. I think we've talked in the past, Bill, about how the process works. So it just passed second reading yesterday in the Senate. And so it'll probably be on third reading. I guess long story short here, we're hoping next week we should have some concurrence between the House and the Senate on what the bill is going to look like. It should, you know, be good to go out of both legislative bodies. and then onto the governor's desk, for hopefully signage in the very near future. So we're hoping the program will be the bill will pass in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks tops. We're hoping so.
And then if this bill passes and goes to the governor and he signs it, is this one of those bills that takes effect immediately upon his signature?
Correct. Yeah, and again, part of the reason is there was already a program in place. We're trying to make sure this. We continue this, right? So it's kind of a seamless a program here, and there's no stoppage or breakage in the program. So yes.
Okay, and then if somebody would ever want to get a hold of you, maybe they have an idea of a bill that ought to be passed, or they have a comment they want to make about a bill that's currently in session. What should they do? What's the best way to reach you?
Yeah, and I, in the past when you and I've talked, I encourage people to do that. There have been several bill ideas that I've had that have come from constituency. So I always encourage people to do that. And sometimes we can get some stuff done. Sometimes we can't. But in any case, to your question, I've got an 800 number here. It's the State House 800 number. It's 382-800-382-9841. And then also email is h63@iga.in.gov.gov. So I've got an assistant up there who is full time at the State House and does a really good job of keeping me straight and making sure that I get messages, and we do. He does a good job of making sure that we stay receptive to folks that contact us. So.
Okay, well, State Representative Lindauer, I appreciate you taking the time once again to talk to us and keep people up to date on what's happening in the State House, especially on the House side. Thank you for being here.
I appreciate that. Thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
This is 18 WJTS, and this has been WJTS Inform. We are local people watching local people.